It's time for a new episode of TMG.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to TMG. I'm your host, Travis Patton Sr. I enjoy discovering and sharing real-life moments of inspiration from everyday people. And this show is about finding moments of inspiration for our everyday lives. And look, and if you're going to tell me something, then tell me something good. Hi, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of TMG. I'm your host, Travis Patton Sr. Guys, real quick before we get started, you know how I like to do it. Don't forget to visit our YouTube page. That's Tell Me Something Good with the capital T. There it is, right there on your screen. And guys, as always, I'm going to give a huge shout out to my biggest supporter, my biggest fan, my lovely wife, Nicole. Hey, girl, how you doing, Nicole? I know you're watching. I know you're listening. Guys, I say this every time, and I mean it. In a very short time, this show has really taken off. And it's being heard in places all around the globe. In places like Canada and the Philippines and Spain and Mexico and the UK. I'm so excited wherever you're listening to this show. Thank you for tuning in. And maybe you're just driving in your car, or maybe you're at work. I'm glad you're tuning into the show, no matter what. Now, if this is your very first time tuning in, your very first time listening to the show and hearing my voice, thank you so much for joining in and hearing the show. And you say, Travis, wait a minute, man. I've been watching your show and streaming in for the 3 years that you've been on. Man, thank you so much for your continued support. I'm absolutely thrilled to have you here tonight. Guys, tonight's episode is going to be another fantastic one. I don't want to hold us up. I'm so excited. Can't you tell? Our special guest, man, is going to be off the charts. So I'm going to go ahead, get some things out the way. Now, listen, everybody knows that this show is all about finding moments of inspiration with everyday people, like with you and like with me. So if you have an inspiring story that you would like to share and maybe come on the show, drop us an email. It's right there, TELL, me something 21 at gmail.com. And you say, Travis, man, I'm a little camera shy. I don't want to call the show, but I know someone who has an inspiring story. Drop us an email and we'll hit them out. And you can even remain anonymous if you like. We appreciate you. Guys, tonight's episode is going to be absolutely amazing and incredible. I'm going to go ahead and get some information out the way by our affiliate sponsors, guys. And the special links for our sponsors will be in the chat. Listen, guys, click on those links. Visit our sponsors. Support them. At the same time, show some love for us here at TMG. Let me go ahead and play that. When I come back, our special guest will be here. And we're going to start this thing. And it's going to be good. Walmart is a proud associate sponsor of TMG Tell Me Something Good podcast. Please use the special link bit.ly/Tell Me Something Good and visit our sponsor. Remember, I may earn a commission when you buy through this link. Fanatics is the place to go for all of your officially licensed sports gear from your favorite sports and sports teams. Use the special link bit.ly/Tell Me Something 21 and pay a visit to our sponsor today. Remember, I may earn a commission when you buy through this link. And by Mint Mobile. Sign up and find the cellular plan that's right for you. Use the special link bit.ly/Tell Me Something Mint and visit our sponsor. Remember, I may earn a commission when you buy through this link. There it is, right there, guys. Information from our affiliate sponsors. Please visit one of our sponsors. The information, guys, is right there in the chat. So please visit the sponsors. Guys, listen, tonight's episode, if you did not catch the title of tonight's episode, guys, I'm going to break that out because you're going to know it's called Brush Stroke. That's right, guys. Tonight's episode is entitled Brush Stroke. And I know you're wondering, where in the world is Travis going with that episode title? What's happening with this man talking about brush strokes? I get it. Guys, listen, I'm going to play a video. Listen, when we talk about brush strokes, what does it make you think about? Makes me think about painting. Right there, brush strokes makes me think about painting and art and all that kind of stuff that goes with it. Guys, you know, here we go. Yeah, we got this artist, this painter, painting using brushstrokes to change the picture that they see. They're changing everything with just the move of a brushstroke. Let me ask you guys a question. Who may have liked art or seen some art, seen some paintings. Have you ever seen a painting and you were kind of left wondering, how in the world did the artist come up with that? I know I have. I've seen some wonderful paintings by some artists and some drawings by artists, and you look at the canvas, and it begins as a blank canvas, and you leave your head scratching and say, I would have never thought of that. How did they get that from nothing? How did they come up with these things? I mean, have you ever seen a painting or a drawing and you were kind of left wondering, how did that individual ever come up with that? Indeed, man, artists who draw or paint have an uncanny ability to bring thoughts and imaginations to life. They're able to create masterful works of art. But it leads me to wondering, can something beautiful really come from something so displeasing and blank and empty, right? Our special guest today is a local artist here in Birmingham, Alabama, that understands all too well that life can change with just one stroke of a paintbrush. Guys, I want you to please give a huge TMG welcome for our very special guest, artist, Sydney Allen. What's up, Sydney?
Good evening.
How you doing, man?
What's up, brother Travis? How you doing?
Man, I'm doing absolutely wonderful. It is so good to have you here and be a part of today's show, Sydney. How's your day, man?
My day went well, long, but, thank God I made it through,
I know the feeling, man. I know the feeling. I absolutely do, man. So glad that you're here, Sydney.
Thank you for
Sydney,
having me. Thank you for having me.
Man. Yeah, man. It's a pleasure.
You.
Sydney, you and I have done a lot of talking.
Yeah.
And I know people think we may just say, well, they just talked because of the show. No. We've talked outside the show quite a bit.
Yeah.
And, man, look, I just want to thank you, man, for coming on to the show. Look, you and I have talked a lot, and we've had some really, really good discussions. And do me a favor, introduce yourself, if you will, and to everybody, and let everyone know who you are and what you do, Sydney.
Yeah. My name's Sydney Allen, originally from Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn! Whoa! Yo, guys, he's from Brooklyn. I'm
Brooklyn
from Mount Vernon. So, money earning Mount Vernon.
Money earning, yeah, boy.
And Brooklyn's in the house, so I guess you could say this is just a New York takeover right here tonight, guys. I love that. Right. I still got love for the West Coast because Los Angeles shows TMG a lot of love. But right now, East Coast is in the building, baby.
East Coast.
Man, let everybody know what you do, Sydney. A little bit about yourself, man.
I love God. I love art and I love music. And that's where I basically spend most of my time. God, art, and music. And I love to paint. It's just a awesome journey, doing different styles of painting.
Okay,
And
okay.
I thank God every day for that. It's a beautiful experience.
That's fantastic, man. That's
Yeah,
absolutely
yeah,
fantastic.
yeah,
That's fantastic, guys. So, Sydney, you paint, you're an artist, man. You're from Brooklyn.
yeah,
So far, you got a lot of good things going on your side, man.
yeah,
You got a lot of
yeah, yeah,
pluses in your corner so
yeah,
far,
yeah.
buddy. I'm loving that.
Yes, sir.
Sydney, so you are an artist, right? You draw, you
Yes, sir.
paint. Which one do you do the most? You paint or do a combination of
At first, I started drawing at first,
them? Okay, okay.
and then after that, it was architectural technology, doing technical drawings and stuff like that. It was model making,
Oh, wow.
and
Wow.
yeah, I used to like draw my early, when I was teenager, drawing skylines and real interested in architectural technology, buildings, high rise, skyscrapers, things
Okay.
like that.
Okay, cool.
And then eventually I turned went into painting, um, and that vision came to mind. It's really challenge myself and do something different, something
Right.
that I never really learned. You know, and
How long have you been an artist or a painter? How long have you been painting?
been painting since 1998. That's when I really
1998?
yes sir, yes sir,
Jeez, that's a long time,
yes
Sydney.
sir, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir,
So this is something. This is not just a hobby for you. This is something that you do. This is
yes sir.
something you enjoy doing. It's something that it's a part of you are since 1998. That's a lot of commitment. So you spend a lot of time learning and kind of honing your craft, so to speak.
Yes sir, yes sir.
Wow, man, 1998. A lot of us probably can't remember 1998, Sydney. Uh, what made you? I know, man. I know. What made you? What made you start painting in the first place? Well, and how did you? Where did you learn it? Did you go to school, trade school? What kind of made you want to start painting, and where did you learn?
Actually, it's self-taught. Uh,
Whoa! You taught yourself how to paint?
yes sir, yes sir.
Wow!
I would
Wow!
manufacture in my mind how I'm gonna lay this,
Hmm.
this down and the background and all that stuff. And I would really
Right.
contemplate on, and really think and, meditate on that. And I just put it on paper, you know. So it's
So
something,
let me get.
mhm.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
It's just something, that really just birthed out of me,
Hmm.
through prayer
So
and, yeah.
you would just take this abstract thought you would have. You would just take
Well,
this thought you have and just kind of create with it.
Well, at first I was doing tropical landscapes, beach
Okay.
scenes and stuff like that, oceanscapes,
Right.
landscapes and like that. And those type of paintings, I really wanted to really impress upon the audience of making it look like a real photo.
Right. Like a real thing. Right.
Yeah, like and they call it realism. And so
Right.
so that was my vision for that particular style of artwork. And
Correct.
it just boomed, and I was doing like maybe about 2-3 pieces a week,
Oh
on
wow. So you was really
canvas.
popping them out. Just kind of popping
Yeah,
them out.
yeah, yes, sir.
You know, tonight's episode is entitled Brushstroke, right? It's
Yeah,
called Brushstroke,
yeah,
and we named it Brushstroke, Sydney, because pictures and things can change with just one move of a brushstroke. You know that you're an artist, man. You
yeah, yeah,
paint.
yeah,
You could start off wanting to paint landscapes,
yeah,
but then all of a sudden the change of a brushstroke and it can change to something else.
yes,
You could start off with one thing and then another brushstroke and it could become something else. So that's what we're talking about, the guys.
sir.
And we brought in a local artist, Sydney, to talk about it. But he's going to share some other things with us in regards to the episode topic and show you why it all kind of blends together and how things in life can get to seem that way. It's been said, though, Sydney, I promise I know you've heard this too.
Yeah,
It's been said that life can imitate or sometimes imitate art. Life can sometimes imitate art. It can imitate art. And just like in painting, one brushstroke will change an entire painting's outcome.
Yes, sir.
I mean, you can start off painting a tree, and all of a sudden you can change the brushstroke, and it can become a building. And life can be that way sometimes.
Yeah.
Life can start off one way, and all of a sudden it picks up another brushstroke, and it changes the whole thing. In case in point, COVID changed a lot of things.
Yeah.
I think everything was kind of going on its way, and then COVID picked up a paintbrush and said, "No, I'm gonna change that." Yeah. I mean, it changed how we do business. It changed how people work. More people are working from home now because of COVID. More things are done differently because of COVID. And there has been different brushstrokes. Come on. I know y'all watching. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching, everybody. But I know there has been a few brushstrokes in the lives of people who are listening right now, and things have really changed because of those brushstrokes. And sometimes, Sidney, you know, man, when you're painting, sometimes you can have a mind for one thing, and you can hit something else. You're going, oh, man, I didn't mean to do that. But now that brushstroke is on there, and it's something different. Guys, listen, if you're watching, and I know you are, and you're listening, I want you to tell me a couple of brushstrokes that happened and things have changed, how things have changed with you because of some brushstrokes. So, Sidney, man, listen, how I got to ask this question because you know I did because of the topic we're talking about tonight. How has your paintings helped you to handle the changes in your picture? So we're talking about brushstrokes and how those brushstrokes have come into people's lives and changed their picture. And you're going, oh my God, man, I didn't mean for this to happen. So how has your paintings helped you? Have they encouraged you? What have your paintings done for you? How have they helped you, man?
Well, first of all, like, you know, sometimes a miss, you're doing, you know, brush stroke and you make an accident. Sometimes that could be a blessing in disguise. And you have to really determine that for yourself and find that out. And it takes experience, it takes patience, and you really have to really figure it out for yourself and know what you're doing. Now, as far as like you said life.
Yeah.
Well, life imitates, you know, art as well, and it goes reverse. It goes reverse too, because you have a lot of artists that really they paint, you know, their struggles. They, you know, they put on paper or canvas what they're going through, their life experiences. So it could go either way. It could go either way. You know?
So that being said, let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever been dealing with some struggles, and your painting kind of helped you get through it? Because you remember, everything starts off as a blank. Everything starts off as a blank canvas.
Yes, sir.
And we all start off as a blank canvas, right?
Yes, sir.
And you said it had to be some experience. So what have you? Is it personally? What's some personal experiences that your painting kind of helped you get through or get over, or some trauma or some things you dealt with that your painting has really helped you, and it was some of those brushstrokes that helped you get past?
Well, times of loneliness and discouragement.
Okay.
And I really use that to really try to dampen all that stuff out, like tune all that stuff out.
Right.
So me myself, you know, I would just, you know, idolize that time and just, you know, stay focused on that, you know, creating a masterpiece. And, you know, just, you know, allowing that, push that off to the side, you know, if I can, and just continue. Art has got me through a lot of times.
What are some of the things? What are some of the things that's gotten you through? I know you and I were talking beforehand, and you said, "Man, I really want to share my story
Yeah,
a
yes,
part of my
yes,
story about how art and how
yes,
God used art to help me get through some things. We're here, man. Let's just share. What's going on?
yes.
How did that help you?
During my times of loneliness
Hmm.
and when when you don't have nobody to really talk to, or
Right, right.
share some things with, heartbreak and disappointment, financial challenges, and
Okay, okay.
uh, all type of stuff. Uh, art really has helped me to navigate through those seasons of challenges,
Okay.
and um, it really helps you to stay focused and keep your mind clear, and really to keep your sanity.
So would you say art to you, art has been kind of been therapeutic in helping you to
Yes, sir. Yes. Yes.
navigate your brushstrokes in your life?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Guys, I want you to do me a favor. I know that you're listening. I know you're watching, guys. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you, guys, for joining in to the show. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to put in chat something that has helped you to get past some difficult times in your life, whether it was art, whether it was painting, whether it was reading, whether it was journaling, whether it was
Yeah.
exercising. What are some things that you use to help navigate the brushstrokes in your life? Because what we're talking about tonight is brushstrokes and how these certain things that can come up unexpectedly and how they can change the entire picture. We showed a short video earlier before we began of someone painting and using a paintbrush. And the more they use those brush strokes, the more they use the brush strokes, the more the picture began to change. So, Sydney, it would be easy to say that there were times that you kind of wanted to give up, you wanted to quit, but you kept using those
Yes,
brushstrokes,
sir.
man, to keep going. So,
Yes, sir.
what are some things that you did to help encourage yourself? You just kept right along and just kept painting. Am I right, man?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Praying and painting.
He said,
praying,
"You want to put that
praying,
up?" He said, "Praying
praying,
and painting,
and
y'all."
painting. Yeah.
That's good,
Yes, sir.
but
Yes, sir.
it's really helped you in what you were doing in life. And
Yes.
what I'm hearing is that if a lot of times if it wasn't for the painting, you would have gone down a rabbit hole. Things have been a little bit darker for you if it
Yes,
wasn't
sir.
for the painting. Am I hearing correctly?
Yeah. You probably, yeah. Yes. You made some wrong decisions. I would have probably made some wrong decisions. Probably would have done
Hmm.
some things I would have regretted, but um, thank God, for that. And it's I have a goal, so I know that it was very challenging, and I just had to press through. And you have like good mentors, like
Right,
at the
right,
time,
right.
Bishop Eddie Long, and people like that. You know, it helps, man. It helps.
Yeah, listen,
And
you can never
um,
underestimate good
yeah,
support.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's absolutely fantastic.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
gonna get Sydney, guys, for keep calling me yes, sir. He called me sir one more time. If he say yes, sir, one more time, he got one more time to say yes, sir. He got one more time. But
uh,
he always does that. Like he's always been doing that, and I'm always like, stop, stop. So, but guys, so as you can see, when it comes to different brush strokes, guys, anything can come in and kind of change the entire picture. And I think a lot of us right now, Sydney, we're dealing with the brushstrokes of a lot of different things, whether it be loss of a job, whether
yeah,
it be, having to downsize,
yeah,
whether your life is looking, it just when your life is looking a little bit differently than you expected. And a lot of times, a lot of artists, a painter like yourself,
yeah,
you understand that a brushstroke can change the
yeah.
entire picture. Guys, what are some of the things that you weren't expecting that happened to you right now and you're having to adjust? And I think one time you and I were talking, Sydney, he said when these things come in, you have to make certain adjustments.
Yes, sir.
A
Yes, sir.
painter, an artist has to be
Yes,
flexible
yes,
enough to make an adjustment on a fly So we have to
Yeah.
be flexible when these things happen, when these things come up. Am I correct?
Yes, sir. I mean, even when you make a wrong brush stroke, or you make a mistake on the painting, you can always erase it. You can always
But
go
some
over
things
it.
in life, you can't erase, but you just have
Yes,
to
sir.
adjust. Is that
Yes, sir.
correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Wow, dude, I'm loving this. I'm absolutely loving this. Some brush strokes, Sydney, some brush strokes can turn out to be an unexpected surprise. Like you said, an unexpected blessing. Some
Yes,
things
sir.
can be an unexpected blessing.
Sure.
Would you say that some of the changes to your picture that's happened in your life, because I know you started in Brooklyn, but I know you also lived other places as well.
Yeah,
So could you say that some of these changes in your life with these unexpected brushstrokes, can you say that some of these things kind of make your picture look good or differently? How did these unexpected things make your picture turn out?
Well, I mean, like, it depends on your environment. In New
Okay.
York, like in New York, it's very busy, chaotic, kind of
Yeah,
tense
but that's New
environment.
York.
Yeah, in New York, But when I moved to Atlanta in '96, it was a more pleasant, more cleansing atmosphere. So your mind
Okay.
tends to expand. Once you're in a more peaceful environment, you're able to think more. You
Gotcha.
understand?
Gotcha.
So when you're able to think more, you're able to be more creative and focus on your craft more. You come up with these ideas, and then you have more time. And, you ain't got to deal with all the hustle and bustle and stress. And you just go ahead and create and do what you want to do.
So what I hear so far in dealing with different brushstrokes, having a supportive environment, individuals around you, you got
Yes,
to
sir.
have a good support group.
Yes, sir.
Because if you don't,
Yep.
those brushstrokes will definitely mess the entire picture up. Because a lot of times, even though we have different brushstrokes that can come up, you say if you're flexible enough, you can turn that brushstroke into an unexpected pleasant thing, or in your words, an unexpected blessing. If we are able
Yes,
to
sir.
have some good support around us.
Yes, sir.
And then you mentioned, you said, look, Travis, you got to stay focused.
Yes, sir.
You got to learn to stay focused when you do have these brushstrokes that come up and it to kind of throw on the canvas. And you're like, I didn't expect that to happen. Where'd that come from?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden remaining focused, and you said, man, I got a goal. I got a goal that I'm trying to target, something that I'm focused on.
Right.
So having something that we can focus on besides that brushstroke, and we can kind of, be more creative with what happens. And like you said, in art, when you're painting and art, something come up, you can always erase it. But in things in life, there are things in life you can't erase, but we can remain focused on the things that we're trying to accomplish, the things we're trying to achieve, and it won't impact us as much. Not saying it won't impact us. Listen, some things will happen. They will impact us. Like if you're trying to paint something and you have the wrong brush stroke, it will impact how that picture looks.
Yeah.
You're trying to paint a landscape and all of a sudden it looks like a tree. No, or a building. That's not good. That's not what you're looking for. And we all start off as a blank canvas.
Yeah.
So let me ask you,
one thing I've learned, I don't mean to cut you off. One thing is, every problem is an opportunity for a purpose.
Yeah, exactly, man. I've said it again. Every problem is an opportunity for purpose.
Yeah. And
put that in chat, somebody. Go ahead and type that.
Yeah. And you have to learn how to take that problem and take that negative and turn it into a positive.
Absolutely, man.
An opportunity is right behind that door. You just gotta go around that door. And
this is what I hear. That your next opportunity is right behind the problem you already have.
Yes, sir.
Listen, did you hear that, guys? I'm gonna say it again. Put it in chat, somebody. Your next opportunity is right behind the problem you already have. Yeah. That'll work right there, Sydney. Yeah, that'll work right there. Your next opportunity is behind the problem that you already have. And we always are so quick to want to get rid of the problem, but the opportunity we want is connected to the problem.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And being an artist, it's easy to say that because you've had a lot of times where you're painting something and it may not start out the way you intended,
Right.
but you turn that brushstroke
Yes.
into an opportunity to
That's it.
create something beautiful. Guys, I'm going to show you some of his painting in a few minutes. You're going to be like amazed at some of the things that he's created. And all these started with a blank canvas. All of these started with an empty thing to begin with. And he took ideas and he brought them to life the same way that we can. God, Sydney, why is painting important to you? Why is it so important to you? And what does it mean to you, man?
It means life. I think life would be very boring without artwork. I mean, because you got to consider, God Himself. He's the greatest artist of them all. I mean, He paints us different every day, and when you look at stuff like that, nature and different patterns on their furs and stuff like that. I mean, that's really awesome.
Right.
So it's important to me because, like, I like to make people happy. I like to bring joy to them. And
awesome.
When you show somebody a picture, like, oh my God, so beautiful, and all that stuff. To me, that's priceless. And you could really take nothing away from that. So it's not just for me; it's for to share with everybody. So to share what I should do and what God has graced me and blessed me to do. So that's why it's important to me.
That's fantastic, man. That's fantastic. What do you want to do with your paintings? I know you said you had a goal. What are some of the things that you want to do with your paintings?
Well, one of the things I like to really encourage people and teach young students, skills of art and painting. And another thing is, like, I like to continue to share with the world, selling my artwork all over the world. So those are my goals,
Okay, cool, guys. Look, I'm gonna put up some examples, some samples of Sydney's artwork, and then we're gonna tell you how you can purchase some of these or contact Sydney. So, Sydney, as I put these up here, tell me what is this one right here, Sydney? What's this one?
Yeah, those are one of my sunset pieces that I done when I first started. I say back around 2003, 2004.
Okay.
Around that time. I was very,
That great.
Yeah, I was very, influenced on sunsets and beachscapes and waves and,
I can see.
giving people
I got a couple other pieces here for you.
Colors, Yeah.
Okay. And what are these right here?
One is an abstract piece on the left, and another one is a abstract seascape piece on the right.
Right.
With the blue. So, I try to take different forms, different styles, them up. Create something new. I try to create different types of art for different types of tastes. Everybody has a different taste. So I try to
these are great, man. I got a couple more, guys. What this one right here, man? What's this one?
Oh yeah. That's my days when I was going through.
Actually, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. It looks great. You got a volcano back here erupting, so maybe you were angry about something. You erupt, but the piece is absolutely amazing.
Well, what I was trying to do is create like a sci-fi type art.
That's what I get. That's what I get from it.
Yeah,
that's what I get from it. So it's wonderful, guys. I like this one. This is one of my personal favorites right here.
Oh, this one, yeah. I did that one when I was in Miami at the time.
Okay.
And
wow,
that's when
those are really, really great. Experimenting with, but your experiments look great. Your experiments look great, man.
Thanks, man.
Those pieces look absolutely amazing. if someone wanted to get in contact with you to purchase one of your pieces or several of your pieces, how can they do that? Do you have a Cash App, Venmo, PayPal? How can someone get in contact with you?
Yeah, they can check my Instagram account. I'm mostly on Instagram. Most of my work you could see it on Instagram. I got like an online gallery, number of paintings.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. And what's your Instagram?
It's Sydney Allen, /art.
Sydney Allen _art, guys. Sydney Allen _art. I'm gonna put that here in the chat in a minute. But you said you also have a cat. You want to do a business. So do you also sell these?
Yes, sir. I sell them. You
have like
I sell
a
them
Cash
online
App?
in person.
Oh, you do? You got a Cash App?
Yeah.
What's your Cash App?
$Sydney Allen .art.
That's it right there?
Yes, sir.
All right, guys, if you want one of Sydney's pieces, please reach out to him right there. $Sydney Allen .art is his Cash App. Hit him up sometime, guys, for those wonderful pieces. We're going to have Sydney come back again because this was an absolutely amazing time, Sydney, that you shared with us, man. I'm so glad, man, that you joined us, man. Thank you so much for being here today. What is something that you can share? Oh man, I'm happy, man. What is something, Sydney, that you can share with our audience to encourage someone whose picture right now may have changed because of some brush strokes, man?
My advice, is seek God for some answers. That's the number one. And
right.
Put your trust in Him, believe that He's able to get you through, and seek wise counsel from someone who you could trust.
Absolutely, man. Always, guys. You heard it from Sydney Allen, the artist. Guys, give Sydney a hand clap for being here tonight. Thank you so much, Sydney, for joining in, being part of the show. Guys, listen, you know how it is here. Life can sometimes seem to imitate art. If we look at life as a blank canvas, guys, if we kind of look at life like a blank canvas, we can either see how empty it is or either how full we can make it. That's true. Life will be what we make it. And sometimes all it takes is a few brush of the strokes, guys. Guys, you know how it is. As always, real blast. I want to thank our very special guest artist, Sydney Allen, for joining us here tonight. And thank you to everybody for streaming to the show. Listen, you can stream in right here each week, every Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Central, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, and listen to the show. Or you also stream in on your favorite podcast platform like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, and so many more. Thank you so much for tuning in. Guys, I gotta hurry up and get out of here. And as always, in parting, if you're gonna tell me something, then tell me something good. I'm out of here. I gotta go. Peace.
Peace.